Good morning, Facebook. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing today? It's Sunday morning. It's a beautiful day, a beautiful time to get into worship. We have the sun shining down on us here in New York, in our backyard here. And we call upon all those guides and universal energy, the great spirits, all that we find sacred and holy to be with us this moment as we become conscious of taking the time out to really focus in, to learn something new, something a little bit deeper to help us to be more of the peaceful warriors, the peaceful heroes that the world needs today. Let love be with us. Let light open our eyes and inspire us to a greater journey, to a deeper understanding, to a positive good for all. So with that, we are in our welcome mode. We are here now with each other, and it is so wonderful to be here with each other. And I want to begin with talking about, I want to just read for all of you a passage out of the Gospel of Matthew in chapter 6. And he says, "Do not worry about your livelihood, what you are to eat or drink or use for clothing. Is it not life more than food? Is not the body more valuable than clothes? Look at the birds of the sky as they're flying by here. Do they not sow or reap? They gather nothing into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not more important than they? Which of you, by worrying, can add a moment to his lifespan? As for clothes, why be concerned? Learn a lesson from the way the wild flowers grow. They do not work, they do not spin, yet I assure you, not even Solomon in all his splendor was arrayed like one of these. If God can clothe in such splendor the grass of the field that blooms today and is thrown on the fire tomorrow, will he not provide much more for you? Oh, weak in faith, stop worrying then over questions like, what are we to eat, or what are we to drink, or what are we to wear? The unbelievers are always running after these things. Your heavenly Father knows all that you need. Seek first his kingship over you, his way of holiness, and all these things will be given to you besides. Enough then of worrying about tomorrow. Let tomorrow take care of itself." So we let tomorrow take care of itself as we become more present in the today, of feeling what is with us and being here with us instead of the concerns and the worries. In this passage, it talked more about, us worrying about food and shelter and clothing, but it's more than that, right? It's about the other thing. What are the things that we see in our lives that are the food for us? Even if we want to have for our personality food, what are the things that you need for your personality food? Do I need to be right in my personality food? Do I need to be liked? Do I need to be accepted? Do I need to have, what are the things that we need in our personality food? And to take a look at that and to say, is that the thing? That is the cloth that I put over the body, the spirit. The personality is the thing that I put over the spirit of myself and my beingness and who I am and who I need to be. You see, when we get caught up in all of these things, we forget what is truly matter. And what truly matters is that we have the peace of the divine. Above all else, says the Course in Miracles, I want the peace of God. To say this is one thing, to mean it is everything. So to want the food, shelter, and clothing of God, which is the peace of God, then I need to have that more than anything else. And not to worry about the other stuff that I think is going to give me what I think I need, right? Because then I forget. I forget that the divine is here shining down on us, giving us grace, giving us life, uplifting us, and giving us all that we need. I want to then now move on to one of our peace heroes that was inspired by this very gospel, and that is St. Francis of Assisi. And St. Francis knew this, and he literally took off his clothes, which he acknowledged belonged to his father because his father had paid for him, and because they were trying to force him into the family business and to stop being so in love with the world, in love with all that he sees, in love with the grace of the divine, in love with the beauty of nature and the gifts of grace that we have for each other, right? So he was in love with all of that, and his father said, no, you're not, you got to go into the family business. And he says, well, then here, take everything, take it all, because I know that my father will provide for me. And literally took off his clothes in the middle of the little village there and just walked out into the fields, and he was provided for above and beyond, because he had that greatest thing that we all search for, that peace that's going to fill us beyond our wildest imagining. And that is that true food, that peace, that sense inside of us that everything not is going to be okay, but everything is okay right now, exactly as it is. Because the isness isn't about anything on the outside, isn't about personality self. It's about truth. It's about truth that is above and beyond and higher than all of these other concerns or fantasies that we have of wishing that we want something else. And so this is our prayer now from St. Francis, and he says, blessed are you, my Lord, of all your creatures, especially brother sun, who is the day and through whom you give us light. And he is beautiful and radiant with great splendor, and bears a likeness of you, the Most High. So there he is. He's saying this light of the divine, this light, this beautiful splendor. This is the likeness of the divine. This is the divine here, folks, right here. This light, this love. You ever thinking about what the divine looks like? Here you go. The light shining down on us, this beautiful grace. And that's what St. Francis knew, held to, and was able to know, that this is the likeness, not the body, not the cells, not what we think, not the limitation of our small lives, but light and its ability to shine out and be out and touch everyone and be there for all of us. You know, we don't judge about who gets light and who doesn't get light, right? We judge who gets love and who doesn't get love. We judge that you're worthy of love, you're not worthy of love. But when the sun is shining down, we don't say, oh, wait, you better put a hood over your head, or let's cover them up. They don't deserve the sunlight. We give of the light freely. Why? Because of that inner knowingness that light is essential, and it is truth, and it is in each one of us, and each one of us is deserving of it and should have it. So then he goes on to say, praise be you, my Lord, through sister moon and the stars in heaven, you formed them clear and precious and beautiful. Praise be you, my Lord, through brother wind and through the air, cloudy and serene, and every kind of weather through which you give sustenance to your creatures. Every kind of weather, not picking and choosing the ones that we like. We tend to do that. Praise be you, my Lord, through sister water, which is very useful and humble and precious and chaste. The water that is so precious, right? Praise to you through that, our sister, that so precious, and we need to be there with it, take care of it. Praise be you, my Lord, through brother fire, through whom you light the night, and he is beautiful and playful and robust and strong. Praise to you, my Lord, through our sister Mother Earth, who sustains and governs us, and who provides various fruits with colored flowers and herbs. Praise and bless my Lord, and give him thanks and serve him with great humility. Great humility meaning that in great connection and understanding of all of this. And that's where, when we can do praises like this, when we can do understandings of this, again, now I have the peace of God again. Why? Because I have this greater understanding of all that is and my interconnectedness with all. From an interspiritual perspective, when we talk about universal spiritual principles that are there. To really be spiritual and living in a sense of spirituality, I understand these principles. And my interconnectedness of all is one of those principles, which at the core of all faiths comes back to that. Why? Because even if they believe that there is some sovereign over all of it, we all come back to the sovereign. We all come back to the all. And why? Because we are never separate from that, and that interconnectedness is moving and living and here with all of us. So we are in this interconnectedness, but the way to feel that, the way to know that, is through peace. And peace is nonviolence. Peace is what it is. It is peace. It is that connection to that truth, that light that we are here to be present with and to understand. So we have the message from another one of our peace heroes, and that is our peace pilgrim. So our peace pilgrim is saying we must walk according to the highest light that we have, encountering lovingly those who are out of harmony and trying to inspire them to a better life. Just think of those words right away, right off the bat. Thinking of somebody as out of harmony rather than someone who we would judge with more harsh kind of sinny kind of words that we want to try to put them in boxes and keep them and be justified in staying away from them. Again, trying to put the box over them and preventing them from being in the light, to have the light shine down on them, as it continues to do no matter what we try to do. So just think of that as an idea of maybe shifting. Here's another suggestion of how we find peace, and we're out in the world and we have difficult people to deal with. Think about the concept of maybe that they're out of harmony in the moment, right? Out of harmony. I'm trying to learn how to sing, and as in my working on how to try to learn how to sing, I learn about harmonies. I don't have an easy time with harmonies. I don't hear them so well. So I have to find a tune or a melody that works for me, and understand that as these other sounds are coming in, that they do make a connection. Even though I don't understand, even though my ears are not conditioned musically to hear the harmonies, to hear all the different parts of music that bring it together as one, for me it still sounds different. It doesn't sound all beautiful and coordinated and together. That's just because of my inability of my hearing the way it is. That doesn't mean it doesn't flow together amazingly beautiful. I mean, people have to be so on with their harmonies before it blends into a oneness that I really, really can hear with my ears the way they are. It's my own personal handicap. So I have to understand that the harmony that the divine talks of, the harmony that really we will all be in, is heard only when I am in tune with it, when it's all in perfect, there's a perfect way to it all. And I don't know what that is. I'm not the one with my ears to know that there are larger ears that are hearing that and are putting that together. All I need to know is that it is out of harmony, right? And that I need to inspire, which means work harder for a better way of us being in harmony with each other. Whenever you bring harmony into any unpeaceful situation, you contribute to the cause of peace. So just stay in your own peace. I just need to stay where I am in my part of the song. Not get involved with everybody else, just stay in my part of it. That's what I need to do, right? Now, it says, when you do something for world peace, peace among groups, peace among individuals, or your own inner peace, you improve the total peace picture. No action is fruitless. So when I'm doing a small act for peace with a family member, with someone at the grocery store, with a small act of peace, where I'm being more in harmony with them rather than being in judgment or some kind of discord, that is changing the energy of peace throughout the whole universe. my dear ones, please understand how important you are. That we keep this beautiful, positive energy alive and filled in our lives. That we remain a part of it all, understanding and seeing it, being in that light, in the highest level of grace and goodness that we can possibly muster up. So she goes on, the Peace Pilgrim is that woman from 1953 to 1981 who walked across the United States. She did exactly what the gospel had said in the beginning. She wandered until, she would say she would wander until the whole world would understand peace and be a part of that peace. And she had no money. She had no bags, no backpack. She just had whatever she could fit in her pocket, which was a toothbrush and a comb. She fasted until somebody offered her food. She never asked for it. And she just walked. She walked across the country, up and down, across the country. How many of us have driven into another state? She walked it and walked all the way up into Canada, Mexico, keep sending out her message for peace. So, and she just believed in all her heart that each one of us as individuals should share that message of harmony and peace. So, we'll move on to Mahatma Gandhi, which most of us know about. Be the change you wish to see in the world. That's the bottom line, right? That's what she said. Each one of us doing it individually. So there's Mahatma Gandhi. You be the change, do it. Look at the things in your own life. Look at where we are out of accord. He did that. And he said, wow, we're expecting to get things from the British government, right? We want the British government to give us things, and yet what we should do with them for ourselves. So he went down to even to the basic thing of making his own clothes with the cotton that was grown right there in India, and he weaved it himself, and he made his own cloth, and that's what he wore. He wore that loincloth. Now, I'm not telling you have to go to these streams. These are our heroes. These are the ones that are really doing it out. But each one of us doing it, how much do you really need in your life? Another element of interspirituality is simplicity of life. Where are the clothes that you're wearing? Where are they coming from? How were they made? How much of it do you need thinking about things? Because again, when we're so worried about that, we forget that grace is giving us all that we need. Can we stay in grace? Can we stay in light? Can we stay and be that peace? And so another wonderful quote that Mahatma Gandhi said, "This and this alone is true religion. To serve thy brethren. This is the sin above all other sin, to harm thy brethren. In such a faith is happiness. In lack of it is misery and pain. Blessed is he who swerveth not aside from this straight path. Blessed is he whose life is lived thus ceaselessly in service to God." Meaning don't stop. Keep it going. Don't stop. Keep serving the light. Keep coming back to the light. By bearing others' burdens, and so alone is life, true life, to be attained. Nothing is hard to him who, casting self aside, thinks only this: how may I serve my fellow man? How may I serve my fellow man? You see, that's where they all are the same. All of these peace heroes are the same. They're different in the things that they accomplish, the way that they accomplish them. So you have St. Francis, who's coming up against the church and talking to the church about what it truly matters and what it really needs, and really connecting the church that it got disconnected from nature, bringing it back to nature and seeing its oneness. You have the Peace Pilgrim who just walked every day talking to other people, but she didn't even approach them. She just wore her tunic that said that she was walking across. She was walking 25,000 miles for peace. And if anybody asked her a question, then she would answer it, and she would then have a conversation with them. But otherwise, she just kept walking and kept connecting to that peace, right? And Mahatma Gandhi, that he did it in his own way by really facing a huge, the most powerful force of the world of its time, the British Empire, and he faced them head on to allow independence for his country, India. And did it through peaceful marches and consistency. See, they were all consistent. They picked a road to go by, and they were consistent on it, and they continued to do it. So it's just so amazing, the beauty of this and the strength of this and the power of this. And what I'm saying is that you have the capacity of it. This day should suggest to you to try to be the change that you want to see in the world, to think about your actions, to be more mindful of them, to understand that the peace that we're talking about needs to be the thing that you want more than anything else. And you need to want it for yourself. You know, sometimes, a lot of times, people do something, and when we're told like to be like the peace or to be the one that kind of knows better, or just taking the higher road, right? Maybe somebody is rude or disrespectful or harsh to you. You know, to not be harsh back and to remove yourself from the situation is the highest road possible in that moment. Now, a lot of us can do that, but we do that with this angst inside of us. We don't do it because we feel peaceful inside of us, but we do it first as the first step. Now I can deal with the angst that is inside of me. Why? Why is it that I still carry this angst? Why is it that I can't just leave him be out of harmony and stay in my part, not go off? The other crazy thing about my ears is that I can follow. I'm more like a parrot. I can follow something to an extent if it's in my range. And then if somebody in my ear, my children who have perfect pitch, would just go off in my ear singing, I would then tune into that and then go off. So I would be going off rather than staying in harmony. If I just stayed the path, if I just stayed the course and kept my concern with me and learned why did I go out of harmony when I heard something else go off there? Where did my attention and focus go? Into the past, into something behind me, a concern for the future? Did I stay in line with truth? Did I stay in line with what I really want? Above all else, I want the peace of God. These peace heroes worked hard for it. John Lennon, he's another peace hero, right? When his love-ins that he was saying, and he would talk about peace, and he would say that peace is something that you do, it's something that you are, and it's something that you give. Something that you give. We really have to give it to receive it. We give it to know it, but it's a process. This suggestion this day is for you to work on that process for yourself. What is it that you need to do in this moment to continue to have more peace in your life, to stay in harmony, to stay in tune, to listen more deeply and truly to the grace and the love and the light that is here for you? Let it shine on you. Let it shine so deeply. Let it shine so profoundly. And I wish I had my other phone to let you know to sing the song, but I don't know what happened to it. Things are falling down a lot over here. But that John Lennon piece, when they say, all we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. I know you know it. Sing it at home. Who cares who's around? Put the word out there to the universe. That's what we need to do today. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Peace of mind, peace of heart, peace of body, and to know the peace that is in our souls, each one of us individually, so all of us can understand it collectively. It starts with us coming back into harmony. Do not be in disharmony with those. Let other people think what they need to think, do what they need to do. Come back to that universal truth, that universal light, and that everything will change for you, because you will be the change that you want to see in the world. You don't have to worry about being it. You will be it. You will be doing it. You will do it. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Yes, that's right. The bells are ringing. It is time. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And remember, for this day, give peace a chance. Connect to the divine. Know your truth. As brother sun, sister moon, all of nature is here for you and with you. I want to thank you all for joining in with us this day, this Sunday Spiritual Suggestions. We hope something we've said today will help inspire you and help you in your life. Gathering of Light is an interspiritual fellowship. We are in Huntington, New York. So if you are in need of prayer, please let us know. We'd like to send energy and blessings to you. If you can't find the peace that you need some help with the peace, just connect with us. We'll help you. The light is shining on you. It's shining on me, but I can't see who you are or where you are. But I know that you're here with us. My heart to your heart as our hearts go out to each other. Thank you for all that you give. Thank you for continuing to give to us, to help us to continue to do our work. We so much appreciate it, and we vow to be the peace warriors that you need in the world, to always step up to that higher place, that higher calling. We promise to keep going up for all of you. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. God bless our peace heroes. God bless you.